There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. No one's effing coming to save you. No one's going to make you better at your business. No one is going to get you to be a better persuader of people or framer of people other than you.
This is kind of part of being a man. It's like, you kind of got to f*** it all up a little bit.
I think so.
I think part of learning is dying.
There's nobody coming to save you. There's nobody coming to help you. A knight in shining armor isn't going to ride in and save you. You are the only one that's going to be able to save you. And all this time, you point your finger and you say, I can't do that because I was born here. Or I can't do that because I have this issue. Or I can't do that because they made fun of me.
Doesn't matter that you don't feel like working on it right now. You impose discipline on the situation and you do what you're supposed to do. You have an exercise, you need to work out this morning, you haven't worked out yet, you wake up in the morning, you need to go work out, you don't feel like working out, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you don't feel like working out, it doesn't matter. It's not part of the calculation. Discipline overrides that. Discipline trumps your feelings. And that is what you need to apply as a person, as a normal human being, no matter what you're doing in your life. You need to let discipline be your guide, not how you feel. That's what we need to do. And if you do that, you're gonna end up with freedom.
You are a man. Stand up and be a man. Make the hard decisions, make the sacrifices, make the unpopular decisions, and become comfortable in your own skin. And if you are not a person that you are comfortable being alone with, that is the one person in this universe that you have full power, full right, full responsibility to change.
Except the one thing that can change their entire lives. And that's looking in the mirror and saying, F you, man. You did this to me. You made me this way, and I'm gonna fix it. And I'm gonna fix it by controlling all the things I can control. I'm gonna control what I eat. I'm gonna control what I drink. I'm gonna control how I move. I'm gonna control the information I put in my brain. I'm gonna control how I treat people and who I surround myself with. And if you control those things, you are now in the driver's seat to create what it is you've always known that you were here to create.
Through discipline, through self-discipline, through repetition, through tons of repetition of the same thing that you don't want to do. That's the key thing. Through repetition of things you don't want to do, you develop mental, like an armor for your mind. You start to armor your mind. Your mind's like, okay, we suffer every day. That's what we do. We do stuff that sucks every day. So then when the suck stuff comes, you're ready for it. And that's how I started coming up. You know, I just started being very uncomfortable. Now it's like just a way of life.
If you've always done what you've always done, you're going to continue to get what you've always gotten. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, thinking a different result. But the reality is you're going to have to give up and stop doing the things you're currently doing if you want to change from what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I don't think enough people understand and appreciate that you must actually take real, hard, tangible steps towards changing if you want to actually get the change that you want.
I don't like it. My body hurts. I'm hurting. How do we get through this? And it's a lab. It's my mental lab. And so when I come home, I'm not forgetting it. And the second, like every day I get done running, or every day I get through working, or every day I get through studying, whatever it is that brings me to that place of knowledge, I come home and that book was mostly written on a scratch piece of paper in hand. So I come home from running and I write everything out.
The dumb shit that I've done or the bad mistakes that I've made, they've taught me. You know, you learn. Like, that's why failure is so important. Like, failing and fucking up and making mistakes, it's very important. That's how you learn. That's the bad feeling that you get from something that you shouldn't have done or wish you didn't do or wish you did better. Like, especially failing at something where you half-assed it and you just feel like a fucking loser. Like, that just teaches you. It teaches you to get your shit together.
Nothing changes if nothing changes, man. I just want to remind you, because I've spent a lot of time in my life sitting around wanting things to change and not being able to make them change and not thinking I could. And I wish somebody had told me that earlier sometimes, that in order for something to change, there needs to be change.
You're gonna be shackled by a boss that you don't like, doing a job that you don't like to do, with sicknesses and diseases that you don't want, relying on people that you can't even count on. alone. And you don't have to. But if you have discipline, you will attain freedom.
Be a dangerous man. Now, being dangerous is not being a threat. They're two different things, all right? And it's not about going out and lifting weights and getting a bunch of tattoos and wearing leather jackets and walking around with your chest and shoulders up, hulking around saying, I'm dangerous. That's very rarely is that a dangerous man.
Every fucking day I wake up and I don't want to do some shit. I'm like, okay, man, do you want to be a bitch today? Do you want to feel like a little bitch? Do you want to walk around all day knowing that you could, but you didn't? So it's perform without purpose. You have to learn how to get up and do shit when you ain't got no fucking 5K, no 10K, nothing. Nothing exists. Your life fucking sucks. You're in the fucking dungeon. But guess what? I'm still going to get it. Because when that time comes, because the time is going to come, when that purpose is there, you'll be ready.
You're going to get criticized no matter what you do. If you go hard, people are going to criticize you. If you stay a lazy piece of shit, people are going to criticize you. So you got to realize that it's up to you to decide what it is you truly want. And it's up to you to accept what pain you are willing to accept. Because if you struggle and you flounder and you refuse to take responsibility for yourself and become that version that you know you're supposed to become, you will be miserable. 100%. You will have every single regret a human being could ever fucking have in their entire lives.
Going to bed late and waking up early to work for a few days won't kill you. You're not going to burn out. You're doing what it takes. If you're one of those people that push work-life balance, just remember, the people who like working a lot don't care. I've never regretted trying harder at anything ever. Hard times last long, but an epic story feels like a lifetime.
It's like the best way to guarantee to not have the life that you want is to do what everyone else is doing.
If you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different. Pick one. When your friends start to say, you've changed, remember, it's because they don't know how to say, you've grown.
I tell young men, it's like, find something difficult to do. You need that. You're not built for comfort or pleasure. Like if that comes along, good. You know, if you have a day where you're comfortable and there's some things around you that give pleasure, have some sense and enjoy it. But don't be thinking that's what your life is aimed at. That's contemptible. Everyone knows that.
A man's most valuable, most important resource is his good name.
You better not lose this. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Your grandma counting on you to do the right thing. Your mama counting on you. Your cousins, your brothers and sisters are counting on you to cash in on this opportunity.
I don't care what you're going to do, but go out there and make something of yourself for God's sake. Be an honest person and work and get to the top of whatever it is that you want to get to the top of. You know, and stand up for yourself like a respectable human being and be a bit of a light on the world instead of a blight.
You can't do it. Don't say you can do it. Don't over-leverage yourself. Don't over-leverage a decision and then jump in and kind of dip a toe. I think I'll try it out. No, think if you're going to try it out beforehand, but when it's time to go, dive. Finish it. Find out.
Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win. You may lose. You may succeed. You may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. If you avoid those things that are hard, if you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water and you sit on your couch and eat Doritos, it can tell you this is not a good move. This is not a good move. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get up, move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it. And you may be successful and you may not be successful, but you will be better. And the next challenge, you're gonna be more prepared for. And the next challenge after that, you're gonna be even more prepared for. And you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail, and then you're gonna win.
If you actually want to build something that's going to stand the test of time and make you very successful and rich and happy and bring other people with you, it's going to take everything. I fully believe that. I don't think you can half-ass it. I don't think it can be a side project, and I don't think it can be something that's just 3 hours a day. I think you've got to go fully into it to become like high level achiever, like actually a winner. I'm going to have setbacks, I know. But if I'm feeling bad, that doesn't mean I'm doing bad. That doesn't mean I am bad. That doesn't mean that I can't still take some action. Because, yeah, nothing changes and nothing changes, man.
A bad week ain't gonna last. A bad month ain't gonna last. It's just, as long as you're working on yourself and you're trying to better yourself in those moments, it's okay to not be okay, to be okay.
How does one convince themselves that what they're doing and working on is worth it?
The question of worth it is reliant on an outcome. We don't make these things for an outcome. It's not the mindset to make something great. The outcome happens. You're making the best thing you can make. It's a devotional practice. Whatever happens after that happens. And that part that happens after it is completely out of your control. Putting any energy into that part that's out of your control is a waste of time. All it does is undermine your work. Your work is to make the best thing you can. So any thought you have about outcome undermines the whole thing.
Give a man a purpose and the ability to achieve it, and he will crawl over broken glass with a smile. And I think that feeling capable and powerful and competent and respected and admired is something that will get a man so far. You give a man those things, he'll deal with suffering until the ends of the earth. We're designed to do that. We're designed to suffer. We're designed to deal with that suffering. But it needs to be in service of something. The man that suffers and doesn't have competence, capability, purpose, respect, meaning, admiration, that's a man that's depressed. That's a man who is alone and struggling and may take his own life, or may become increasingly useless to the potential partner and society around him, or may become radicalized, in one form or another. And a man who is able to do things well is useful to everybody around him.
I don't back down from anyone. And that's what got me in trouble. I don't play games. I don't kiss anyone's ass. And I'm a real man. And that's regardless of being a fight or anything, I'm a man. And that's why I want to be a man. And if I die, I want to die a man.
I walked in the recruiter's office and he looked at me and he said, "You're fat and you're black." I said, "I want to be a Navy SEAL." I didn't know there had only been 35 African-American Navy SEALs at that time in over 70 years. He said I basically had to lose 106 pounds in less than 3 months because of my age. I was getting too old. I came back 3 months later, 106 pounds lighter.
Man up! Principle number 2, man up, stop crying. My teacher don't like you, why? Why she don't like you? Now maybe you talk too much, maybe you disrespectful. Why don't say she don't like you, go look in the mirror and take full ownership. Why does she not like me? Make these boys grow up. Fellas, take ownership. Don't you ever say you don't have something because of what somebody's doing. So I need you to take ownership of your time, of your what? Of your mind, of your what? Oh, come on, y'all playing. I used to get so mad at Jalen. Jalen would get up. I knew it was football day because he'd get up 6 o'clock in the morning. His uniform was ready. His shoes was ready. And he would eat breakfast. I'm like, what's going on? He like, game day. Friday night lights, game day. And I would be so upset. And he like, why you hating on me? You hating on me, Dad? Like, you can't stand. I'm going to be a football player. I'm going to the league. You hating on me. I said, I'm not hating on you. But what I hate is that the energy for school and the energy for life, you don't have the same energy for that you got for football and girls. All I'm asking for is the same energy you put in sports. I'm asking for the same thing in terms of your mind.
Why not you? You've got the brains. You can make decisions. You can study the plan. You can change your life. You can grow immensely in the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. You can become healthy. You can become powerful. Why not you?
Every day is just constant improvement, constant curiosity, constantly getting better. The results don't really matter. It's the figuring out that matters.
I think the most important thing is to become the best version of yourself, to become and achieve your fullest potential.
Do not live in your bubble. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful.
It's not enough you made to the NFL. Be the fucking MVP. It's not enough you ran a 5K.
Win a 10K. If not enough, you became a doctor. Be a better doctor. If not enough, you lost 50 pounds. Go out there and do something with it. Guess what? It's 109 out here, but guess what? It's not enough. Stay hard.
You changed. You stopped being you. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody.
If you really want what you say you want, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices that are actually investments, because there is a payoff on the backside. And I think if people reframe that perspective from, oh, I'm making all these sacrifices, to, no, I'm making investments because these are all gonna pay off long term, that's a different game. It's easier to get up and go to battle when you know that what you're struggling with right now is gonna have a payoff. And that's the way the world works, dude.
You have to work your ass off. When I talk about working your ass off, I'm not only talking about bodybuilding. Yes, I was known that everyone always said he's overtraining. I just believe in hard work. I don't believe in shortcuts. I don't believe getting around all of that or finding the easy way. You got to confront things straight on, and you got to struggle through it. And I found out that the more I struggle, the stronger I get inside. Because remember that the brain, your head, is just like a muscle. The muscle grows when you give it resistance. When I put a dumbbell in my arm and I curl it up, it's the resistance that makes the bicep grow. But the same thing is also with your head. The more resistance you give it, the more you let yourself struggle. The more you go through pain and through kind of suffering sometimes. The more you endure that, the tougher you get.
Look inside yourself. Stop looking at me or other people out here to be the hero of your story. This is time for you right now in all that solitude to get to know who you are as a person. Be alone with yourself. Write that shit down. Start to face these different things in life. Knowing one thing in life, we are all very fragile in this world. We have to know that when we die with some meaning and some purpose in this world. Stay hard.
Internal growth, which was this: work, no results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, no results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, no results, I'm a little bit better. Work, boom,
just got paid.
I just got paid, and it looks like overnight success.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit.
It's easy to give up. You know,
Hell
it's
yeah.
easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work.
The
I'm
one,
done.
yeah.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
It won't get harder. Like, this is the hardest part. And so if you can just make it through this, everything else is downhill. It's not that the things that the dragons are going to slay aren't going to get bigger. They are. But you become so much more equipped to slay them back. And you have so many more allies. You have people in the stands cheering for you. You have the audience. You have all of these other things that are behind you. But in the beginning, it's just you with a stick against a bear.
Just be you. Just be yourself, bro. Don't worry about what nobody else saying about you. Don't worry about what nobody else talking about. Just be you. Just be yourself. Wanna know why? Because at the end of the day, bro, they gonna have something to say about you regardless. If you're doing good, they gonna still talk about you. If you're doing bad, they gonna talk about you anyway. Man, just be you. Just be yourself. Do you, mind your own business, and don't worry about what people in the street saying about you, bro. There's one thing I don't really had to teach myself. I gotta constantly remind myself, like, bro, they gonna talk about you anyway.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down. Some of you just don't understand. Some of you been average for so damn long, you don't know what it is to do hard work. But there's a lot of you out there who want to be much more than average, but just don't know how to do it every single day, the grind. You need to find someone to oil those fucking gears up. So check it out. This is a mindset. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But there's a motherfucker out there who wants what you have. Who wants the position you are? Who wants the job you have? Who wants the wife that you have? Or the husband? There's someone out there hungry and wants everything you fucking have. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But if it is, it's gonna be your ass. So make that a motivation for you.
Winners expect to win. Winners are not surprised when they win. Like when I win, I don't like overly celebrate because I fucking expected that to be the outcome. Yeah. All right. Amateurs, when they win, they're surprised and then they over celebrate. And like I said, when they over celebrate, they become ineffective because they're taking their eye off the game for way too long, right?
You take responsibility for the failure and you don't blame anyone else. No matter if it's a personal failure or if it is a business failure or a sports failure, it doesn't matter what it is. Just take responsibility yourself for this failure. You learn from those mistakes. That's the key thing, is learn from the mistakes. That is the most important thing there.
The more pressure you have on you, and if you take it as a privilege, it's a choice. Put your perception of the privilege rather than a burden. And by taking the power back in that choice, pushes you in a direction of being better rather than holding you back.
Yeah, there's a pain that comes from the expectation of success, I suppose, which is different to your first time. Yeah. You know, when you've got nothing to prove, you have nothing to lose.
Sometimes life can really hijack your fucking mind. When that happens to you, you're all fucked up. Your goals, your ambitions, everything is out the fucking window. In life, we all go through different things. Sometimes your girlfriend or boyfriend breaks up with you. Guess what? Get the fuck over it. They no longer want you. Maybe you failed a test in school, you worked your ass off. Guess what? You failed the fucking test. Get over it, move past it. Learn to not let life hijack your brain. At work, you've been working your ass off for that new promotion. You don't fucking get it, someone else does. Maybe they kiss better ass than you do. Guess what? Get over it. Life will hijack your mind if you let it. Don't allow all these things to make you a lesser person. You must own your mind. Don't let life own yours. Get after it, stay hard.
And if you do that, you're going to end up with freedom. You're going to end up with freedom across the board. Discipline equals freedom. That's what I have been saying for a long time. It is 100% factually true. If you allow your feelings to dictate what you do, you will end up being a slave to your feelings at a minimum. But if you utilize discipline in your life, you will end up with the ultimate freedom in everything that you do.
Do it scared.
Have to understand what the patterns are and also have been there. You have to make mistakes. You've been there, you feel it, you understand what it is, and then you have that time to adjust. That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better. And I mean that, you know, in a relative sense, like even getting good at something, forget about victory, like making a terrible book that gets rejected by every publisher and then writing a really good one and people accept it and you're like, fuck, I got better. Yes.
I don't want to work with others, you know, I don't want to. But you do that enough, you say just me, just me, just me. No, me, I can do it, I can handle it, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. I know what's best, I know what's best, I know what's best. And guess what? You get exactly what you wanted. You get alone, you end up feeling alone, you end up being alone. You end up being alone, man.
Everybody has the ability to do it, but they just don't want to. They want to keep asking questions and keep going to seminars. And the greatness is right in you. And that's why, once again, I'll say this a million times here, I do not feel sorry for you. I will not sugarcoat what I'm going to say to you.
And my bad is going to fall back on me. And I gotta just eat it. I'm supposed to sit back and eat it. And a lot of that shit just, it weigh on you. It weigh on you because sometimes I want to feel normal. You know what I mean? I just want to feel like, I want to feel like dude over there that nobody bothering, that's sitting there enjoying his fucking sandwich and just chilling.
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. A real problem. I can understand you misunderstand me running down the street, shirt off, fuck this, yeah. I can get it. I get it. If you misunderstand what I'm saying right now today, the problem is you. And you don't want to fix it.
That they then ask you how you did it, and it must be easy.
Consistency doesn't guarantee that you'll be successful.
A man is supposed to take care of his family. You live in my house, fill your belly with my food, put your behind on my bed because you're my son. Because I like you, because it's my duty to take care of you. I owe a responsibility to you. Now let's get this straight right here and now before I go along any further. I ain't got to like you. Mr. Rand don't give me my money come payday because he like me. He give it to me because he owe me. Now, I don't give you everything I got to give you. I give you your life. Now, don't you go through life worrying about whether somebody like you or not. You best be making sure they're doing right by you.
We have two voices in our mind, and boy, I know they're fucking true. I've heard them. I hear them now. And they're real. It's that one voice. That voice I used to love to fucking hear, that we love to hear. It's that soft motherfucker. That soft motherfucking voice that says, sleep the fuck in. It's okay. It's that coddling voice. You want to be hugged and nurtured and all that shit that says it's going to be okay. Well, there's another motherfucking voice that wakes you up in the middle of the night. It's not your girlfriend. It's not your boyfriend. It's that demon fucking voice that whispers in your fucking ear that says, get up, motherfucker. You're not fucking good enough. You gotta work fucking harder.
I want to dedicate this to you that I love very much. I want to thank Dexter and all of you. It's something that I'm known by. It's on our tapes called Choosing Your Future. And it says simply this, that if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, famish, or gulf, sickness, or pain, or body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim, you besiege and beset it, with the help of God you'll get it.
Maybe you need to explore your imagination. Maybe you just need to identify your guilt so you can quit tripping in your own life, trying to figure out what you can do when God already planted inside you.
You have no fucking idea how great you really are because you are using such minimal of what you have. And if people can learn to focus.
The fish just don't jump in the boat. No, meaning you better go out there and do it yourself.
Instead of working on my future, I'm creating a new past. That sounds so crazy, bro. What will my new past be? That doesn't make sense, right? But that's what your future is your new past. It will eventually become the past.
The wisest thing we can do is know enough to know we don't know.
Yeah.
If you start from maybe that's true. It could work, who knows?
400 trillion to 1. When you understand that math, how can't you live your life? That's how rare it is to be a human being. And what are you waiting for? Like, you've been given this ridiculous triple miracle. Like, you're literally more likely to win the lotto 10 times in your life than actually have a life. So I ask you, my friends, with this one life, you're gonna sit on your couch and dwell? You're gonna be upset about some shortcoming? You're gonna be upset about that thing that happened last week that f***ed you up? I'm asking you, I'm promising you, please take this swing.
We all have a purpose in life. We all have a, some type of a dream that we want to accomplish. And this video is more for the people that actually believe in themselves and are actually diving, to following their dreams, following their passion. Like me, for example, I know a lot of other people in my life that might want to use this video. So this video is for the people that actually believe in themselves and, they want to follow a dream. And, everyone has a dream, everyone has a passion.
Millions of dollars was on my mind at that time. I was dead broke. There was no time to relax, go hang out, party. No, I was broke. I needed millions. I saw, even when I had negative money in my account, which was very often, I saw millions in my future. I wanted safety, comfort, security, ease, no more stress.
The reality of the world will bring you more peace than anything else.
Jordan, have I told you the story of the Chinese farmer?
Oh, I know the story of the Chinese farmer. Maybe the people don't know the story.
There was a Chinese farmer, and he had his position in the village, normal guy, had a family, had his cattle, and he had a horse that he loved. One day, the horse runs away. all the neighbors come sad. Hey, I'm so sorry that your horse was lost. It's such a terrible thing. And he said, I don't know if it's a terrible thing. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah.
The next day, the son arrives riding in the horse. Everybody's like, oh, this is so great. My son was able to find the horse. This was an incredible situation. He's like, I don't know if it's an incredible situation. We'll tell tomorrow. The next day, the son is riding the horse that was found. That was a blessing. And he falls and he breaks his back.
Because you can feel like down, like if a girl broke up with you, and you feel like you're the worst, you're a fucking loser, like you're a piece of shit. But then you go out with your friends and you have a few laughs, and the next thing you know, you're laughing, and you're like, I'm alright. We'll do it. And then maybe me and you. Yeah. And she like picks you up, and you're like, oh, you're gonna be okay.
What is it that I want to do with the rest of the life that I have left? What chances I need to take? What risks do I need to begin to embrace? What fears do I need to step on? What areas of my life am I dead right now? What dream? You can either live your dreams or live your fears. You have got to get to a point where you say, I'm sick and tired of living like this. There's got to be more.
Being in the book keeps you from worshiping the beast. Luke says, being ordained to eternal life brings you to believe. Jesus says, being part of my sheep is why you believe. In other words, God's choosing who will be rescued from rebellion and wrath in Christ is not based on foreseen faith.
Pull yourself together and quit tripping because you in the process. God is processing you. He ain't through with you. If he was through with you, you would not wake up in the morning. He gonna fix it. Everything is, first of all, let me tell you this right here. Why are you tripping? I look back on my life and all that I've been through. So the stuff I'm currently going through, I have built up enough reservoir that living in the car, talking.
Every time you go in the gym, every speck of sweat, every speck of blood, every speck of mental integrity, every single time that you come in here, you give 110%. If you're not giving 110% and you're only giving it 99, you got one more to give. If you're giving it 100%, you're not at your limit, because nobody tells you how much you can put in and how much you can't. So you put in 110%. So every person watching can undoubtedly see you and your truth and how hard you work. You've been hurt too many times. And I know that because of how hard you work. The hardest workers have been through the hardest shit. You've been through them. And I can see that because you're my boy. And the reason that you're f***ing great, and the reason that you're here right now is because all that shit, you wouldn't take any of that back, would you? Never. There's build me. There's build me.
Trust yourself and put yourself in the situation where you have to make it happen. You will make it happen.
Whenever I face anything that's challenging, whenever anything sucks, I like it. I like it. It's gonna make me tougher. It's gonna give me a good story to tell. It's gonna toughen my mind. It's gonna bring us together as a church. You know what military training is? You know what military training is? You know how they form a bond in military groups? They make you do stuff that sucks.
To distract you. They tell you a dream, they dangle a carrot at the prime of your energy so that you don't rebel against the system. Because if teenagers weren't controlled inside of some kind of mental prison, they'd be the first people to wake up and say, this is complete bullshit. So they sit and say, oh yeah, it's all bullshit, but don't worry, it's all bullshit for you because you're just going to spend 6 years and loads of money and loads of time, and you're going to do this, and then you get out and you're in debt. But by the time you pay that off, they deliberately take your prime years and distract you from the truth. That's why school exists. If everyone understood how the world works, by the time they're up to 18, they'd be like, nah, well, I want something else.
You just gotta grind. Yeah. I feel like this next generation that's coming up, and I don't mean to bash all of them, but they seem like a bunch of puppies to me, you know? So, because of that, there's never been more opportunity than there is right now. If you're a fucking savage and you get out there and you grind hard.
This society is too weak. And why? Because of all the technology which is available right now, so you don't need to use your body anymore. I always think about in the Stone Ages. Do you think somebody in the Stone Ages had depression? Yeah, or even a more modern variation, the Spartans. You think they had depression? You know, maybe you are laughing, but all of these groups, they are too busy with their body. They are too busy with activity to be depressed.
Every morning, every day of our lives, we have choices to make. You have the choice to stay in bed and say, forget it, I'm not gonna work out today, or forget it, I'm not gonna work hard today. You always have a choice every single day of your life.
And then you do those things. What happens is you realize that it's actually not that hard because you put so much work into it, and the bar from other people working is so embarrassingly low that they then ask you how you did it. It must be easy.
And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it bad and then you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to give up sleep.
As bad as you want to breathe. And if you want it that bad, if you're willing to give it that much, you get a big piece of what you want. In life, when dreams do come true, anything you want can happen and become a reality. I believe that sincerely, and I'll die on that thought, okay?
Wondering what you are capable of doing. That's how that looks. Or you can be me, which, am I happy? I don't know. Never really thought about it. Don't really care about it. Because all I really cared about was when I looked in that fucking mirror, I saw a piece of shit. Happiness wasn't on the mirror at 16. Or when I was 300 pounds. It wasn't like, oh my, I'm looking for happiness. No, I'm looking myself in the mirror and say, all right, motherfucker. You did it again today. You a bad boy. Because that shit sucks.
No one who will ever be born will be identical to you. Most people who could ever exist will never even be born. We're the lucky ones. We're the ones who get to die because you only get to die for having lived. So no matter what your lot is in life, if you have a disease or you have cancer, you're crippled, whatever is the thing, at the end of the day, you're alive, not dead, nor not having ever been born. So,
never bow, never bend, never get up. Just get up.
The time to get rich is running out.
Yep.
The time to get rich is running out. Slavery is coming and you're not going to be able to escape. I don't want to rant and rant and rant, but I don't think most people realize that when they're printing all this money.
Tell them, Andrew.
When Biden is printing all this money, saying, we're going to give you a relief check. What happens when they print money from the sky is that the currency inflates, right? The currency is worth less, which means it's going to take more of said currency to purchase assets. This is what's going to happen.
Yep.
So the rich who own the assets, the value of their assets increase, and the poor with no assets, the ability to buy one becomes harder and harder as days go on because it's so much more expensive compared to their wages. The rich are literally getting richer and the poor are literally getting poorer in real time.
There's no luck in this game, man. It may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass and you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might happen. And that's what people don't know. But to get there, luck ain't gonna happen. You have to put yourself in that situation, man.
It's stronger than your dreams. And you put as much time and attention into your dreams as you do your fears. That makes sense to you guys? So many people think all day long on what they're scared of. Why do we think that way? Why are we always thinking about the fears, the worst case scenario? All we do is put all that energy in there. Why don't we put the energy into the dreams that can be? The reason why you're doing that, if you are putting all that time and effort into fears instead of your dreams, it's because you're not doing this enough.
What it's all about is just getting your shit together and moving. Just go do something. Like what you did by taking a job when you would show up at a gig and you'd be working there Tuesday through Sunday and then take a day job and work 9 to 5. That is more hustle and more hustle mindset than anything you're ever going to get out of an Anthony Robbins book. Like that is like just doing it. Just doing it makes you do more. Like, do more hard shit makes you do more hard shit.
Yeah.
Understand that you want it bad, so you're willing to put in the work and do things you don't want to do. It's what makes you have that confidence that you know how to push through. And the mentality that I'm the type of dude to get shit done. Like, I'm not gonna waste my day just sitting around a fucking hotel room. No, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna work all day. I'm gonna drive 5 hours and keep that radio gig, and then drive 5 hours and spend 10 hours of them in 24 in a day in a goddamn car.
If you want it bad enough, you find a way. If you don't want it bad enough, you find an excuse. It's called the body weight beatdown. You don't need any weights for it. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need any barbells. You don't need any equipment. All you need is this motherfucker. That's your weight, your body weight. Last I looked, the person that finishes the race with their hand held isn't about the how big they are, how tough they are, their potential. It's their perseverance. Meaning, it's not about the dog that's in the fight. It's the fight within the dog. Well, yeah, it's a shitty situation. I gotta go to work because I gotta pay the bills and support my family. But you know, it doesn't mean I have to shortcut my success in what I'm doing. I'll find a way to work this out.
You can't do something, not even yourself.
How bad do you want this? If it's as bad as you want to live or breathe or sleep, whatever the hell it may be, I can work with you. But a lot of people, most people don't want it that badly, which is why they always ask the question, man, how did you get to where you are? You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it. So I can't make you do it.
These are some of the last years where a broke person can genuinely escape the matrix. You are running out of time. Forget that patience crap, right? You're gonna get rich now.
Yeah.
You're gonna get rich now.
I have a way of going to a place like I did in that race where all the pain and suffering that they put on top of me and held me, I will reverse that pain and suffering and I will take your soul.
So you don't think about second place. You think about first and the legacy and building the gap between you and every other person. But unless you go through this, there's no value in first place. You haven't put enough time on the job, enough effort. You haven't sacrificed enough to know what the value of that title means. Here, you either give birth to our fear or we blaze the path of our dreams. You're either living your dreams or living your fears, one or the other. And which one are you giving the most time to?